Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm back to do a commentary on John Wesley Elliott, aka Bald Beaver Hunter. Had some requests for him, so we're gonna do them. And yeah, you can just right off the bat, just judging by his name, and you just see like a combination of seeing his screen name and then seeing his face, and it's like, yeah, this piece of garbage just like thinks he's such a hot shot, online. He's such a big man. And then just seeing the kind of guy he is, it just makes you, cringe. It makes you embarrassed to be a human being.
Okay, out of the vehicle.
Hey, come on in.
Walking into our undercover house is 39-year-old John Elliott, a factory worker for a window company. He's driven two...
What the hell is that? Was he some stupid, earpiece device or something on his ear? Those things, you don't really see those anymore. Just back then, people thought they wanted to look like they were so popular, so in demand that they needed some sort of speaking device on their ear, some sort of phone, so that they couldn't even wait to take their phone out of their pocket to speak with someone. They had to have it attached to their ear because they were just so they could talk to anyone while they're on the go. The guy works in a damn factory. He's got nobody important in his life he needs to keep track of. Those things are just so ugly looking.
2.5 hours to meet a girl who told him she was 12 and home alone. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was just watching some TV. Come sit down.
We've hired this 19-year-old actress, Casey, to be our decoy. Elliot seems to think she's the 12-year-old virgin he's been chatting with.
Oh, yeah, I'm 12 years old. It's obviously all bad, but the 12-year-old ones are just even worse.
Online for the past month. Using a screen name so disturbing we can't broadcast it, he tells the decoy about his fantasy of being...
Oh, we all know what it is. Bald Beaver Hunter.
...with a young girl.
You were asking me about what I was daydreaming about. Well, that's it. You nude and me licking you.
He continues to chat with the decoy about his fixation with giving her oral sex and adds that as he's talking to her, he's nude and thinking bad thoughts.
Oh, God, I really don't want to picture this guy nude.
I just never thought I would openly tell a young girl that.
Is okay with me.
But as soon as I saw your pic, I was like, man, I'd give anything I could to have one night with her.
At one point, he tells her his hobby is taking pictures of himself masturbating and then...
What the hell kind of hobby is that? I don't think that's a hobby. That doesn't quite count.
Sends the decoy some of those shots. And he doesn't stop there. Later, he sends her child pornography, a photo of a girl engaging in a sex act.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's... he's immediately shot up the ladder to, the worst of the worst.
That girl is young.
How young?
I think 14.
Wow.
At one point, he seems to fear she might be a policewoman. But as you can see, that doesn't stop him from showing up.
Can't you imagine I've got to be so bad?
Yeah, it's the first door on the left. I let him go to the bathroom, and when he came out...
Yeah, this is one of the few guys, because usually they're like, well, why don't you just sit down and talk first? You just got here, so at least, or like Joshua Clone, you get busted before you get a chance. At least John Wesley Elliott had the opportunity to pee before sitting down. They shouldn't have let him, though. They should have just, not let him pee for, the entire night after he was arrested.
Yeah, it's the first door on the left. I let him go to the bathroom, and when he came out, he seemed a little more relaxed. He was a little more comfortable that, okay, she let me go to the bathroom. We're going to be here a while.
Gosh, you're pretty.
Oh. Look, just the fact that this guy would think that he even has a shot with her. I'm not one to promote bullying or anything, but I hope people bullied this guy in school because he deserved it. It's fine if you're an honest person and getting picked on. It's yeah, that's wrong. But if you're a piece of shit like this, and you also just happen to look like a huge nerdy loser, this guy, does he not care about his appearance? Does he not know how he looks? And then he's just he's just going online with the most vile, disgusting things, looking at underage people and videos and sending them to 12-year-old girls and then coming over to meet them. This guy deserves the harshest punishment.
So what are your plans, or what are you thinking?
Kissing you.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's probably are you fucking kidding me?
that was, how we talked on the internet.
As the decoy presses him, he's...
And of course Casey's just sitting there like that because she likes to sit on the edge of chairs.
stops smiling and seems to get suspicious. She asks him about that photo he sent her of the girl receiving oral sex.
Oh, that picture you sent me with the 14-year-old girl. Was she really 14?
I don't know. I just found it off of a guy off the internet when we were talking.
Yeah, he's probably becoming suspicious because she's asking like very specific things. Like he's probably intelligent enough to, I mean, even though he's a fucking moron, but he's intelligent enough to just know something doesn't quite seem right with that. It's like, so you can tell he's getting suspicious.
Is that like what you wanted to do?
Well, that's what I want to do, but there's something in me that it's not right, you know?
Yeah, he probably all of a sudden realizes something might be up, so he's changing his tune to I'm having doubts. But it's too late for that, John.
And it's really bothering me.
You seem pretty confident on the internet in terms of what you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is the kind of guy that's he's extremely confident on the internet. He's probably out there trolling people, acting like a tough guy, and saying all this sick shit. Like he's some kind of tough guy, sexual stallion out there, like complete opposite of what you see sitting here before you.
What was your plan tonight?
Actually, I wasn't really going to be doing anything because I was worried of getting too scared and nervous about it.
Now, why were you getting so scared and nervous?
Well, I just knew it wasn't right.
But that's not how you made it sound online.
You know.
And what about the photos he sent of himself masturbating?
Why'd you do it?
Well, just everything in my life it's all screwed up. I've got a bag.
Yeah, we hear that before. Like, I've said this in other videos. Obviously, whatever's going on in your life is no excuse to do this. But it doesn't explain it. Like, yeah, you have bad stuff going on in your life, so you go after a 12-year-old girl? Like, there's no connection there. You wouldn't do that unless you already had some attraction to 12-year-old girls in your mind. So, obviously, that means that the problem existed before your life went bad. Even if his life is going good, he's still going to have those thoughts and those impulses and that attraction to that age of girl. So, is he trying to say that, like, he was able to keep a lid on his impulses for all the time as long as his life was good? But the second anything goes wrong in his life, he can no longer keep a lid on those impulses, and he goes after and acts on them. Well, that's kind of what he's saying. But instead of blaming himself for having those impulses to begin with, he's blaming like all the horrible stuff going on in his life. Everyone has those things going on in their life. People die. People get sick. You lose jobs. Relationships end. Like, those things happen. But if you use that as some sort of excuse to like justify it as the reason you're committing this horrible crime, that means everyone would be doing this. But this is, thankfully, a fairly rare thing. Most people don't engage in this kind of behavior. It's only perverts like John Wesley Elliott.
Bad job. My marriage is not good.
Did you bring any condom?
And we even saw that Donnie guy last time we were talking. And other predators have said, James Rutherford would say like, his marriage ended. But they're kind of acting like, oh, my marriage is ending, therefore I'm the victim, and that caused me to do this. Where it's like, no, your marriage probably ended because you were the kind of guy that does this. Even if your wife didn't know what you were getting up to on the internet, it probably showed up in other ways. You were probably ignoring her because you're on the freaking computer jacking off for young people all day long and ignoring her, and it led to arguments, and it just led to like you weren't paying attention to her and all this stuff. You weren't doing anything that you should have been doing to advance your life. And so eventually it led to the point where the marriage just fell apart. And then he's trying to make it look like that was the reason for him doing this. It's like, no, it's the other way around.
No, I wasn't going to do anything like that.
Yeah, what were you going to do?
It was just oral.
Just oral.
Well, I didn't think it was that
Yeah, he wasn't going to do anything bad, just oral.
bad on oral.
She told you she was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And you came over here planning to have oral sex with a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I mean, yeah, I did.
When I ask him about his obscene screen name, he starts to laugh.
You think this is funny?
No,
It's a big joke.
No.
Come over here to have sex.
Yeah, it's not. It's probably more of a nervous laugh, or he's trying to just kind of laugh it off, like, "Oh, that's no big deal. That was just a joke. It's not serious." But that's just it's just a disgusting. It's not the worst screen name we've seen, but it's a very disgusting one. Like, why would you even say that?
Sex with a 12-year-old girl, and this is a big old joke to you.
No. What I'm getting at is This is the very first time this has ever happened. I've never met.
It's the first time you got caught, maybe.
No.
Right. So what made you
No, I mean-
decide all of a sudden to do it now? I mean, you've been...
Yeah, maybe this, obviously it's the first time he got caught. Maybe it is the first time he met someone. It's possible he's telling the truth about that. We don't know, but maybe it is. But it's definitely not the first time he sent videos to people. It's not the first time he sent... If he claims that taking pictures of himself masturbating is his hobby, there's guaranteed he's sent those videos to a whole lot of people, a lot of them probably underage. So he can't say that it's first time meeting someone. Yeah, but you've also like sent this to all sorts of people who probably really were underage, and their lives are going to be affected by that. Like it's like this is not a new thing for him.
been chatting with this girl for a month.
I've had that fantasy in the back of my head.
Fantasy. About being with a young girl.
A young girl, yes.
Well, what do you think should happen to you?
Sent to an island.
Sent to an island.
Exile.
Exile on an island.
Like, does he seriously think that this is just like a funny thing he's doing? Like look at this guy. I wanted to punch that last Donnie guy. I really want to punch him. And I'm not a violent guy at all, but this kind of thing, it brings something out of you.
You still think this is all
No,
funny?
I don't know why you're asking me stuff like this. I mean,
Well, why do you think I'm curious about all this?
I could tell you're a therapist. I know. I mean, not just...
You think I'm a therapist?
Why would a therapist be at a house, like, in the evening to go and confront people doing this kind of thing? He's like the only predator that thought that. He's the only one stupid enough to think that.
Yeah, by the way,
Do you think that you came over here to meet this girl and magically a therapist sat down to help you through your problem?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, do you ever watch television?
No, sir.
Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen, and I work for a show called Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teenagers online for sex.
Okay.
It's called To Catch a Predator. So if there's anything else that you'd like to tell us about
You see the Ron Knight back there is just peeking out. He's just probably wishing he could just come out there and lay a beating on this guy.
your situation, we'd like to hear it.
Yeah, I love my wife, and I know it doesn't look like it. I need to see a psychiatrist because of the way everything's going in my life.
All right.
Yeah, well, we just finished doing Donnie Vaughn in the last video, and we see how seeing a psychiatrist helped him, which is not at all. Like he was seeing a counselor. He was a counselor, and that didn't help him at all. Yeah, he just like, I just need to see a counselor. He wants to see a counselor because it's a way, it's kind of the same way addicts say, like, they want to get help. They don't want to stop doing it. They just want to, quote-unquote, get help. That way it looks like they're taking, it gets them briefly out of trouble. Look, I'm going to get help. I'm taking counseling. Okay, don't get me in trouble. Don't send me to jail. I'm getting help. They're going to just keep doing it anyway. But it looks like they're taking some sort of steps. It's like jail, keeping these guys away from other humans is the only way to stop them from doing it.
Well, why don't you go ahead and I hope you get that help.
As he gets up to leave and makes the long walk to the door, officers are in position, ready to arrest him.
Sheriff's office, hands up! Hands up! Hands out! Hands out!
Hands up or hands out? Which one is it?
He's taken away in an unmarked car and brought to a police station where he's booked, photographed,
Thank you, sir.
Right here to the left.
and brought in for questioning.
Had an interesting night, haven't you?
Yeah,
To
really.
say the least. I wanna
He's
talk.
read his rights, and Kentucky Bureau of Investigation agent Catherine Reed starts to question him.
What brought you here tonight, John?
Just fantasy.
What kind of fantasies?
I don't want to be with a young girl. I'm not saying it's right or anything like that. I don't mean to make it sound that way.
So you knew it was wrong when you came here.
Agent Reed gets the man's consent to search his car and retrieve his computer from his home.
Oh, gosh.
He's then taken to jail
I've never been in jail or anything like that.
and later brought before a judge.
You were charged with unlawful transaction with a minor less than 16 years of age, first degree, which is a Class B felony. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
The judge sets his bail.
Your bond will stay at $50,000 cash.
Oh, that was John Wesley Elliott, and I looked into it. Apparently he got sentenced to 7 years in prison, which is funny because that Donnie Vaughn guy that we just watched, he was sentenced to 0 years in prison. He just got 5 years probation. John Wesley Elliott got 7 years in prison and 20 years probation, where Donnie Vaughn was 70 years old, like way older than this guy. It just seems like there needs to be more. I get it that different states have different penalties and stuff, but it just seems like there needs to be some more consistency, and there definitely should not be leniency, because as we saw with Donnie Vaughn, he just got out and after being arrested and immediately started doing this again, and has been caught once or twice since. So they're just never gonna learn, regardless of how many times they go to jail or how many counselors or whatever they see, or psychiatrists. So yeah, this guy was just very disgusting. You could tell he just thought the whole thing was a joke. I'm glad he got severely punished. But anyways, that's it for John Wesley Elliott. Let me know who you want me to cover next, and I will do them. All right, bye everyone.